Hi everyone, I'm Tanaaz from foreverconscious.com and this is your weekly energy forecast for the week of November 3rd. So on November 3rd, we have Mars opposite Pluto, finally reaching the peak of their standoff in our cosmic skies. If you've been following me for a couple of weeks, you'll know that I've spoken about Mars and Pluto for a while, really since mid-October or even early October. We have been working with this energy dynamic. It can bring power struggles, tension, anywhere in your life that has felt a little bit unstable or, not quite secure. This energy can come and create some rumbling, create some waves, create some anger, or frustration or irritability. And we may find that as the two of these planets reach their peak of their standoff, that things feel unstable, or we feel that tension finally bubbling over to the point where we have to do something about it. The good news is that now that these two planets have reached the peak of their alignment, we're on the tail end now. It's dissipating from here. So hopefully by the end of the week, if not even next week, you're starting to feel a little bit of calm, a little bit of ease, a little bit more settled in your being. Maybe those power struggles don't feel as important, or you've been able to navigate through and get to a more grounded place. I will mention that Mars is in its shadow phase right now. So it's going to go retrograde next month in December, but it is already slowing down. It's already working on the degrees and themes that it's going to be bringing up for us as it goes retrograde next month. Mars will retrograde in the sign of Leo and then move all the way back to Cancer, where it will stay until retrograde until February of next year. So it's a kind of also our bridge between this year and the next. A lot of the themes that we're working with, a lot of the Mars themes that have been coming up for us really since October or the beginning of October will kind of continue on as we move through the next few months. Mars retrograde, the kind of key part of it is that it gets us to look at how we are choosing to spend our energy. What are we choosing to focus our energy on? And as it's going retrograde in Leo and Cancer, the focus will be on our home and family life, and then also how we are choosing to show up as our authentic selves. What masks are we wearing? That Leo energy may bring Mars retrograde and Leo energy may bring some ego deaths or needing to shed, or kind of be like, you know what, why do I wear this mask with this person? Or how can I step into more of my authentic self? Wearing masks can be kind of exhausting. So how am I choosing to show up as my true self? That's what I kind of feel the Mars and retrograde and Leo part is. And then the Mars retrograde in Cancer is, how am I choosing to show up in my family? What identities have I inherited from my family? How am I choosing to spend my energy when it comes to my home and family life? So these are the areas that we're going to expect to kind of see brought up with this Mars retrograde. Mars is not retrograde yet. It happens in December, but these seeds are already being planted. And with this Mars Pluto energy that we have happening this week, we may notice some of those themes coming up for us. So I would say your focus this week is to really kind of think about how you can, what you do want to spend your energy on, and where you're choosing to spend your time and attention, and is it worth your time? Are you getting caught up in issues or situations that are just really at the end of the day not important, not worth your time, not worth stressing about? I know it's easier said than done, but where can you bring some lightness, especially if you're also working with those power struggles or you've been feeling really tense? How can you bring some lightness into your week? We're also beginning this week on the back end of that Scorpio new moon, and that Scorpio new moon fell on the very auspicious November 1st, where we have this number code 111. And then, of course, next week we have November 11, which is another auspicious number code. And these number codes, they probably have sacred meaning to you individually, but for many of us, they're a symbol of divine alignment, and that our guardian angels are looking out for us and that we're on the right track. So, just holding that energy, and knowing that we are our own divine alignment is our superpower, and all we have to do is set the intention to be in our own divine alignment, and the rest will unfold. So that's a great way to kind of navigate through the week. And as always, I'm going to pull a card from my deck, which are now sold out. I do apologize. I would have been happy to have kept ordered more and kept selling them, but as you know, I'm pregnant and I'm tired. So I will be ordering. I'll get some next year, and as soon as I feel ready, my baby is due in April, so hopefully not too long after that, I'll be able to start selling again. But I'm also going to be traveling for the holidays in December, so I don't really want to order anymore right now. So, but if you want, and I know I should be shuffling, but moon calendars are available on Etsy. So please don't miss out on those. I have a few hundred, so there's plenty at the moment, but please don't miss out because my Etsy store will be closing in December. Okay. All right, so I'm shuffling the cards and setting an intention now for just the most supportive card for our week, November 3rd, 2024. All right, let's see. Oh, Scorpio. Of course, it is Scorpio season, and Scorpio is the sign of transformation. Even on the card there, it is says there transformation. So let's have a look. It's also the 8th zodiac. And 8, of course, is the number of infinity and abundance. Okay. Scorpio is the sign of transformation. When this card shows up, it indicates that change is on the horizon. You may not be able to see or understand the change just yet, but you are in the process of moving from one state to the next. Scorpio is represented by the scorpion. This small creature sheds its skin like a snake, constantly peeling back layers to reveal more of its true self. It's interesting because we talked about that ego death that Mars retrograde is going to bring us, peeling back the layers, revealing more of our true self. You may find yourself in a similar process at this time in your life. Things may need to be shed and you may have to clear space, but this is just so the new can arrive. Trust if things exit your life at this time. Trust the process if you feel unsure or uncertain. These are all symptoms of the new chapter that will eventually blossom. Remember, the caterpillar doesn't turn into a butterfly in just one day. There is a process of darkness and stillness, but you can use this time to reflect, to go within, to get comfortable with whatever is hiding in the shadows, and to make peace with your past. Embrace this season of your life and know that your butterfly moment is coming. So, a couple of the additional meanings of this card: endings and closure are possible now. Trust the timing of your life. Break old patterns keeping you stuck. Understand yourself better through practices like meditation, journaling, therapy. Deeper spiritual awakening, light at the end of the tunnel, death leads to rebirth. And what you're manifesting or asking for will come about during Scorpio season, which is now. So hopefully there was something in there, something that resonated for you. I did ask for the most supportive card for our week. So hopefully there is something in there that makes you feel a little held and a little supported as you move through the week. All right, you all take care. Check out foreverconscious.com. I go deeper into the Mars retrograde energy that I just talked about. It's all up there for you. I'll pop a link for that article too in the description box below, and I'll see you next week.